advice that I have for photography is before even picking up a camera or an iPhone is understanding what you want to communicate. And then the more in tune that you have with what your vision is, that your vision doesn't require you to have a camera. The more in tune of the vision that you want to communicate and project onto the world, it would give you more of a reassurance of figuring out what you want to document and what do you want to encapsulate to make these timeless moments. The beautiful thing about what I love, one of the reasons why I love street photography, especially from when people are being very truthful and honest of it, is you get to see a real depiction of where somebody lives or what you see in your neighborhood. So there is this weird balance of being able to document, not only be truthful of what you want to document and understanding like where you want to take it, but also like where you live and understanding like all the people and individuals and stories that live in those specific neighborhoods. Like obviously being born and raised in New York, I live in pretty much like the epicenter of the world when it comes to pretty much just shit going down. So I know it sounds a little bit like, oh man, you could just go outside in New York. But I mean, I love seeing photos from anywhere. Like if somebody's taking photos in Gary, Indiana, of their community, that's tight. If somebody's taking photos in Honolulu, or if somebody's taking photos in New Zealand or Czechoslovakia, I really don't care where it is, as long as there's a level of truth and honesty and obviously a level of style and artistic individuality. Those are the most important things I think you need to convey in the message of street photography. And I guess the most important part of it is a level of it being candid. A lot of these situations aren't forced all the time. It's really just being able to be there and be present. I'm not saying don't talk to anybody, because that's completely not what I'm saying, but understanding to have the balance of like the candid moments and also understanding how to communicate with the people you're interacting with gives the stories that much life.
Last question before I let you get back to work, because I know
you probably hear like the trucks backing up. They're starting.
They're coming to pick you up right now. All right, Steve, it's time. Coming to pick you up to go to work.
Bed-Stuy is always live.
So the events of the past month have, as we mentioned earlier in our conversation, for those folks who are tuning in, it's really, I want to steer you back to the beginning of this. If you're just now tuning in, look for the podcast coming out or this at creativelive.com/TV, because you did a really nice job of articulating what this moment means. How are you going to continue to stay embedded in a movement? Do you have plans that are concrete enough to share with us, such that we know, the best places to follow you? We know what you've been very clear about the stories that you've told and these photographs that appeared in the New Yorker. I feel like the world is watching Black artists now more than ever before, and watching your art as, it's just been shot into the limelight. What are you doing? How can we be supportive very explicitly? And is there any prescription that you would give to those allies watching on what to do to support?
I guess the first thing I would like to say, or even just to state, is that, racism is not going to stop in our lifetime, probably. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news with something like that, but it's just one of those realities that we have to face. But at the same time, there is a bunch of hope and a bunch of reassurance that we have right now to have proper education and systemic things that last a lifetime, that, that kids and grandkids and everybody in the future doesn't have to worry about all the shit that we have to do right now. So if we are all adamantly doing things that we can have, long-term change and long-term educational kind of processes that actually give access and information towards, the love and humanity that is actually overcoming a lot of the things that is happening in the world right now, that stuff always prevails. That always stands the test of time. And we just can't take the easy route. There's nothing going to be easy. There's nothing easy about this fight. You just need to be down to fight for life. And just to know that we need as much support as we have, because this is something that's going to be a long-term thing. This is not a 2-week tussle, like I like to keep on saying over and over again. Like, this is a long haul. And everything that we're doing individually on Street Dream, everything I'm doing individually with Street Dreams and in the future, we're setting up a lot of things and a lot of different opportunities for people to be not only informed of what's going on through art and through music, but also to have actual chances to give back towards these different initiatives that we have going on. So if anybody has the time to go to our website, which is streetdreams.co, it's not com, streetdreams.co. We'll be posting this week the prints for a revolution, the 17 different photos from the 17 different incredibly different photographers that we're going to be having going up. That's going to be going live tomorrow, and also going to be going live on the Street Dreams site, where you'll have a chance to participate and be involved in support. That's also going to be live on Darkroom as well too. The good guys over there. There are 2 books that I'm working on. I'll just go ahead and to make the official announcement for the book. It's a 3-part book series that I'm working on called How You Holding Up, and it's a mental look on just the overall look of 2020. And we're gonna go through it by layers, because I think it's really important to go through things one thing at a time. So we first need to really address just pandemic and coronavirus in general, and really heal with that process and understand what happened. And then the second book is going to be everything of the tension and the revolution that's happening with the social injustice and the civil rights movement, and how we're going to heal and unify from that. And the third book is going to be a surprise, and we're going to figure out and have everybody, be very in tune, and hopefully everybody's still, interested and be involved and support that as well too. But yeah, I'm really excited to drop this book called How You Holding Up, and launch that with a full digital platform. Just everything that you're doing right now for this movement is everything is really appreciated, and hopefully this goes as far as it can, because it's a really important work you're doing, and I really appreciate you taking the time to do this, and I appreciate everybody coming online too. I know I could talk a lot. I talk really fast and shit. No, but I appreciate everybody. Bosnia, London, Paris, Humboldt, California, Baltimore. If I missed anybody, you could just scream at me in my DM. I'm sorry.
We're happy to show up, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being on the show. Everyone, please go check out Steve Sweatpants on the IG, and stay tuned for more. Hopefully we can talk offline here about this, the way that Creative Live can be supportive.
Oh, hell yeah, please.
In this curriculum ongoing for, yeah, we're on it. Signing off to everyone who's tuned in from around the world. Thank you so much. Make sure to pay attention to Steve and his work, and just know, Steve, that we're here for you, man.
Peace. Peace.